It's spring, and today I'm answering some of the most common questions that come up this time of year. All right, when it comes to the weather, does the weather actually impact what buyers are willing to pay for homes? I think that spring fever, it's a real thing. They talk about it in the car dealerships all the time. People just feel better. They're out and about, it's warmer. So I would say yes, my experience has been that on a nice day, people are willing to pay a higher price than on a cold, dreary day. Yes. Is the spring market hype a real thing or a myth? I think it's a real thing. Properties do sell all year round, but there's certain properties that definitely benefit from a springtime sale. This one comes up a lot. Is spring really the best time to list and sell your home, or are there other times of year that are better? Now, I think it depends on the property, because if you have a property with beautiful landscaping that's really going to shine and stand out in that spring market, then you should definitely wait till spring to list. However, a lot of houses, it's really not making a big difference. In other times of the year, when the inventory is lower, your odds are better to sell and easier to sell than in that spring market when you're competing with a higher inventory. So why do homes feel better in the spring or appeal more to the emotional side of a buyer? And I'm going to say for a lot of that, it's because the days are longer. We've got more sunlight, and so it's brighter in the house. It's just warmer. The blinds are open. The sun's shining in. The leaves are out. It's just a more refreshing environment. So yes, it's easier to make an emotional connection with the buyer in the spring than in the winter. Okay, here's a good question. If everyone's listing in the spring or waiting till spring to list, does that competition actually hurt you as a seller, or does it benefit you? And I'm going to say that it depends, because no matter what market you're selling in, you need to be in the top 3 when it comes to value in the eye of the buyer. So if there is more selection out there for buyers, yes, you've got more competition, but you really need to look at that competition and see how your home fits within the market. There's also going to be more sales in the spring. So the numbers, the way that it works out, just because there's more inventory, there's more sales happening, doesn't mean that it's a harder time to sell. But if you've got a property that really shines in the spring, you want to be on the market in that prime time, spring market, so that you can max your value. So what are the highest impact spring improvements that you should be focused on if you're thinking about maximizing value? Number 1 is, again, neat and tidy and clean. That first impression that people see when they pull up in front of your house. So we're talking about power washing the driveway, getting those garden beds turned over, putting mulch in. And if you got your white gutters on your house, make sure that they are shining and clean. So get those cleaned. Clean your windows. Make sure that your sidewalks are clear and the grass isn't growing over, that you got weeds growing up between the cracks in the sidewalk. Little things like that. And those improvements are not going to cost a lot of money, but they're going to make a big impact when it comes to sale price. So when it comes to buyers, are they more motivated in the spring? I don't know that they necessarily have more motivation, because people need to move at all times of the year. But when it comes to selling when it's nice out, and moving, it's just easier. The days are longer. You don't have to deal with the weather. And so more people will choose to move when the weather is nice versus not. But at the same time, there's people who have to move in the winter, and sometimes that they prefer that. It depends. You get a job transfer or things change with your health. You don't have the option. You do need to make a move when it is that you need to make a move. If you have questions about timing the sale for your home, or you want advice on the fix-ups that you should be doing that are going to leverage the highest return, give me a call. Happy to come. No obligation, no pressure. I'll come take a look at your property. We'll come up with a plan together. Even if it's something you're thinking of doing in a year from now, being proactive and getting the process started now can turn out to be thousands of dollars in your pocket. So thanks again for watching. Reach out to me. Well, happy to chat.